Hello, 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 and welcome back to the WorkHARDaholic Show. I am Shirley Crawford, your host, the original WorkHARDaholic, and today we have several things that we want to address with you all. So, for those of you who don't know, if there's someone out there, this is your first time hearing the show, well, welcome. Welcome back to those of you who have been here before and are back again. So, here's the thing the purpose of the show is really very simple. Welcome to the WorkHARDaholic Show with your host, the original WorkHARDaholic, Shirley Crawford, author, speaker, and small business consultant for over 20 years, helping you to work hard, play harder, and business better. I have been a small business consultant for over a quarter of a century. Doesn't that sound like a lot? It is. For over 25 years, I've been a small business consultant. And here's the thing at this point, I have amassed and attained a lot of information that I love to share. But here's the thing I am one person, even with my network of spearheading that, doing one on ones it's not as it's just far too difficult. But when I'm able to come to you, if you're hearing this on the radio, if you're watching it on television, if you're watching it on YouTube or a part of our social media platform, I'm able to reach millions of you all at one time. And so as an entrepreneur, we recognize the value of being able to share quality information to the masses all at once. So you're welcome. It's really our pleasure, our honor to talk to you, entrepreneurs, small business leaders, C suite executives, community leaders who are looking for tools, resources to up your game, to up the ante, to better your community, better your bottom line, and to help you do all of that and still be able to smile. All right. So that's what we're all about. So the first thing I really want to talk with you all about today, keeping that in mind, especially as I think about the limited quantity that we have in time and access. I want to remind you all that the Diva Mastermind retreat is coming up. Super excited. If you haven't seen like the testimonials and information from last year, go on over to the page, check it out. It's of all the things that I've done, I am the proudest of this. And that's not saying any small thing. So super excited that we're having it again in Outer Banks, North Carolina, October 7th through 11th. And so the way that it works, you can go visit, I think, shirleyecrawford.com and see the information. You can see the videos. I think there's some testimonials there as well. And so here's the deal. Especially, it's a mastermind, so it's for the ladies. Sorry, gents. If you really want something similar, let me know. But this one right here is just for my ladies. And so here's the thing that happens. A lot of times, especially for women, I think we even talked about it in another episode. There are so many things that we're responsible for, and not just our job, right? Um, we have to be we feel this need. Sometimes it's put on us, sometimes it's something we perceive that we have to make sure that all T's are crossed, all I's are dotted. We can't allow any space to look weak. That's really the bottom line. So a lot of times we overachieve. We work long days and still go home and prepare dinner, possibly, maybe. There's a lot that goes into our existence. And a lot of times we feel like that's the way it's supposed to be. So, gentlemen, let me talk to you for a second. If you have a wife, a mother, a sister, a auntie, right, a female cousin, and you're empathizing with the load that they're carrying, and you sincerely want them to do better in life, you should really send them to the retreat. That's really the bottom line. Because here's an opportunity to pull back away from all the noise, all the responsibilities. It's like when I go on vacation, the first day, I'm still thinking about, oh, this has to happen. Oh, did we feed this? In my case, did we feed the fish? Let me call somebody to make sure that they fed the fish. Okay. Outside of that, is this happening? Is so and so taken care of? Oh, I wonder if so and so needs this. Before it takes me a full day to really just decompress before I can start to think about me. We have a tendency of thinking about ourselves as selfish rather than necessary. Then when you get beyond that, We're talking earlier about the Know Your Value, Know Your Worth, which is like my latest book. But we've been talking about that because a lot of times we don't put a value on what we're contributing, and we're contributing so much. If you think about it, there was a cartoon strip eons ago, and it's all about this animal kingdom, but they're all in an office, right? And so everybody's running around like literally cuckoo because they're like, where's the paper? Where's the paper clip? How do you make the coffee? Something's wrong with the copier. Ah. And so what happened is that their admin had taken the day off. And so that is what happens a lot with women. Like we're touching all kinds of things and not always getting credit for it. But we need time to restore ourselves so that we can indeed do it very authoritatively. That's what DIVA stands for, in case you were curious. So super excited. That's coming up October 7th through 11th, Outer Banks, North Carolina. And so we had sold out, but we've opened up 3 more rooms, and that's it. That's all she wrote. So if you'd like one, visit shirleycrawford.com, grab one for you, for your sister, your cousin, your wife. As long as she is a she is welcome. Okay? And so a lot of things we cover, like last year, we always start off with vision and goal setting. So for those who did it last year, now we'll see where they are and what they're looking for in the next steps. We talk a lot about mindset, mentality, what do you want to accomplish and what it takes to get there, how to break it into bite-sized chunks so that you can accomplish the goal that you have set before you, how to be a better you so that you can be a better person for those around you. It's really setting you up to fully understand what it takes to be successful in whatever your lane. And then this year, we're adding a few business classes because normally it's all about the mindset, goal setting, and getting things accomplished. This year, we're actually going to add on some business classes because you all asked for it. So we're going to give it. We're going to have some brief afternoon sessions, which we normally don't do. And it's going to talk about some business one-on-one things. And because I'm there, of course, you get the opportunity to pick my brain about some other aspects of your business or things in life, etc. All right. So once again, this is your formal invitation while it lasts to sign up for the Diva Mastermind Retreat. Diva standing for do it very authoritatively. Yes, that is in the trademarking process. You don't have to even ask. All right. So now we're going to have a quick commercial break and we'll see you all in just one moment.
Life can be a struggle. Find hope, healing, and answers at the Abundant Life Church of Christ, a place to encounter God through uplifting worship, singing, prayer, the preach word, and fellowship. One step can change your life. One step could shift your destiny. There has never been a better time to take that step than now. Come be our guest every Sunday at 10 a.m. at the Abundant Life Church of Christ, a place where you belong.
At Richmond Dentistry for Children, Dr. Randy Adams and Dr. Brandon Allen are crazy about your kids and their teeth.
With compassionate care, our professional staff treats your kids like they were our own.
Call us today to make an appointment at 804-780-2888 or check us out on the web at richmonddentistryforchildren.com. Let Richmond Dentistry for Children take care of your kids' teeth today for a healthy tomorrow.
Ladies, are you looking to move your office from your kitchen table to a space of your own? Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Are you looking for co-working and community? Well, then come join us at the Women's Business Center, RVA, located at 1510 Willow Lawn Drive, Suite 100, directly across the street from the Kroger at Willow Lawn. Visit us on the web at wbcrva.com or on social media at WBCRVA. When you're ready for more than just office space, come join the WBCRVA family.
Listen, attorney Alex Taylor is a soldier in a suit, defending anyone with criminal charges, DUIs, and more. Call Alex Taylor, your soldier in a suit, at 804-500-5000.
I'm Alex Taylor. Don't face your criminal charges alone. Put a former prosecutor with 30 years of experience on your side. Let me show you how a soldier fights for your freedom.
Call 804-500-5000 or go to alextaylorlaw.com.
Welcome back. Okay. So we were just talking about the fact that I really am very excited about the fact that We're getting ready for the Diva Mastermind retreat. And the thing about retreats and other activities is that it's time to be intentional about your networking. So there's a reason that we have cliches. It's because they're true, right? And so in this case, there's a saying that says, your network is your net worth. I didn't make that up. Someone else did. It's one of those statements that you hear all the time, but you hear it all the time because it really is true. So I want to talk about your networking for just a moment. And so it's true. Once again, I have a book about this. I feel like I have a few books out there about these different topics, but I do. So here's the thing about networking. Part of the reason why I began focusing on networking is because I really am an introvert. I am a tested, tried and true introvert. Now, some would say I'm an ambivert. I'm just saying I'm an introvert who has, great social skills. All right. Being an introvert doesn't mean that I'm a recluse. It doesn't mean that I'm socially awkward, although I can be. I can be. It doesn't mean that I don't know how to talk to people. It means that I don't want to talk to people. That's the bottom line. So here's the deal. As I talk about networking, I want to make this clear because it's really important to understand who you're trying to connect with. Introverts draw power and energy, right, from being alone. Extroverts, hello, you extroverts out there, you draw your energy from being around people. So when you're around people, you're like, woohoo, you're supercharged. Introverts, when I'm around people, I can do the thing. I'm amazing at connecting with people. I am, which is why I wrote a book about it. But when it's over, I have to go home. I have to go on vacation. I have to take a day off. So like after like the retreat, I'm going to come back and I will take off like a couple of days. And I'll go someplace and really retreat like a good turtle back into my shell so that I can get the power and the energy to come back and deal with the rest of the world. Okay? But even though I'm an introvert, I recognize that networking is not just necessary, it's imperative. So, as I talk about in the book, 70% of jobs are basically given away or given to someone before any advertisement ever goes out. It's someone in their network. It's someone so saying, "Hey, I know someone," or they're connected with someone. It's not always nepotism. It's just that they already know the person who fits the role. So sometimes it might not ever get advertised. It might just be, hey, we need this role. So and so I know can fill this role. Let's get them in here. But if they don't know you, then that will never be you on the other end as a recipient. We mind stuff when it's other people, but we don't mind when it's us. I mean, really, if I called you right now and say, hey, I saw your work, I want to hire you, give you this job, you're going to say thanks. You're not going, but what about the other people? We only care about that fairness when we're not the one getting it. Okay. So the bottom line is for you is how are you connecting? How are you networking? How are you making sure that when a conversation is happening, that they know that you're the subject matter expert? That's a question for you to answer. Start there, right? And then rather than bemoan the fact that deals are being made on the golf course, go learn how to play golf. Make the connections. It really is just that simple. Now, I admit there is systematic racism, there's systematic misogyny, there are all kinds of things that are out there that are trying to hinder you. But in this day and age, there are ways for you to work your way around that. The reason that there are so many Black women starting businesses because there's a study that shows that they kept hitting the glass ceiling and decided they didn't want the knot on their head, and so started their own businesses. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm saying you don't have time to worry about fair unless you are into, civil disobedience and you're going to work that path. Good for you. But in the meantime, let's get you going with what you need to know. So you don't have to care about this person having this when you're connected to this person over here who has the same thing or more. It's time to get connected. Okay. So the first thing you want to think about is who do you need to connect with? All right. I always talk about ABCs. Who do you assess? Who do you need to be connected to? All right. So are you looking for a client? Are you looking for a partner? Are you looking for an ambassador? Are you looking for an advocate? What are you looking for? Are you looking for a good PR person? Because I am. Hello. If you're out there and you're amazing, let me know. And so who or what are you looking for? You figure out what you're looking for, and then you're going to figure out where are they. Okay. So if you're looking for them, more than likely, it might not be in your immediate circle, but they could be in your network. We start off with things like LinkedIn. Part of the reason why I love social media is the behind the scenes connections that are happening, right? When I'm on Facebook, I can know that Christina over at Imagine Media Labs knows a person that I'm trying to reach out to. So I have a relationship with Christina at IML, so I can reach out to her and I can say, hey, Christina, I want to meet so-and-so. And she can say yes or no and make the connection. Or I love to go onto like Facebook in particular. I'm not going on anything much right now because I'm really busy. But in general, especially when it comes to events, we are a narcissistic society. We take pictures of everything. Meals, events, activities. So when I know that I want to reach a certain person, I can actually figure out their likes, their dislikes, their favorite restaurant. Are they a pet person? Where they like to travel? I mean, if you're cyber stalking in a legal way, if you're cyber stalking, you can find out everything you need to know to connect with that partner, that person, that client. So I'm challenging you all, without it having to be an official 5-day gig, I'm challenging you all to sit down and make a list of the top 10 people who can make an impact in your business and your life. And then we're going to dig further and find 3 connections to them. Now, in my case, the sad thing is when I make a list, I'll make it even better. I went to an event with a community bigwig. Thank you very much for the invitation. And so they were giving me a list of people that I should connect with, right? Because I'm working my network. And I need you to know 3 of the 5 I already knew. I already knew and had relationships with. So when you're making your list, value yourself enough to know here's who I need to connect with, and then make the connection. All right. So that's networking one-on-one for today. And we'll be back in just a moment to continue the things you need to be connected to, the things you need to know to better your business, your life, and all that jazz. Right back after this commercial break.
Listen, attorney Alex Taylor is a soldier in a suit, defending anyone with criminal charges, DUIs, and more. Call Alex Taylor, your soldier in a suit, at 804-500-5000.
I'm Alex Taylor. Don't face your criminal charges alone. Put a former prosecutor with 30 years of experience on your side. Let me show you how a soldier fights for your freedom.
Call 804-500-5000 or go to alextaylorlaw.com.
At Richmond Dentistry for Children, Dr. Randy Adams and Dr. Brandon Allen are crazy about your kids and their teeth.
With compassionate care, our professional staff treats your kids like they were our own.
Call us today to make an appointment at 804-780-2888 or check us out on the web at richmonddentistryforchildren.com. Let Richmond Dentistry for Children take care of your kids' teeth today for a healthy tomorrow.
Are you only identified as mommy, as the employee, as the worker bee? You know what? It's time for you to be identified as you. There is more to you than your function for others. Come discover it at the Diva Mastermind Retreat. That stands for doing it very authoritatively. It's time for you to find your voice, find your place, and make your mark. Join us October 7th through 11th this year in 2024 in Outer Banks, North Carolina, where we'll help you with mastermind moments. We'll help you with seminars, sessions, and the camaraderie of other boss ladies just like you. Don't forget to join us for the fun. Visit Diva Mastermind at groovepages.com to get your ticket today. Only 3 spots left. We'll see you then. Got a question about your small business? Trying to figure out what to do to start a business? Are you a C-suite executive trying to figure out some leadership tools and resources that you need? Well, we've got answers for you. Submit your questions, concerns, thoughts to admin@workHARDaholics.com. That's WorkHARDaholics.com. And you might hear your question, or at least the answer to it, on our next episode. in honor of the Women's Business Center RVA 5-year anniversary, the countdown is on. Ladies, it's time for the WBC RVA Toolkit. You don't want to miss it. It means every Thursday you co-work not for free, but it's included. So that's co-working every Thursday. Each month there's one seminar and one group coaching. So all day Thursday you can come hang out here at the Women's Business Center RVA, and it's just $25 a month. Tell them about it, Joanne.
Yes. And a couple of the topics that we will be talking about, discussing and reviewing and going through are starting a business the right way, because we do want to start off the right way. We're also going to talk about a business model canvas and how your company creates value for its customers. Also goal setting, which is very important. Finances, even developing your pitch, also social media distribution and content, and much, much more. So we are excited about seeing you there. So you can register today at WBCRVA.com.
Hello again. All right. So there's something I really want to share with you all, because as we look at our entrepreneurs, our small business owners, as you're looking to expand, you're looking to grow, you're looking to do more with your business. But here's the thing. I said it before, I'll say it again. It is so easy to start doing something because it's a trend or it starts making money. And so you're like, oh, well, that's making money. Follow the money. It's a lie. Don't follow the money. You have to follow your passion, your purpose, your calling, right? Why did you set up this business? What has it been for? Now, if you're a serial entrepreneur, well, true. You'll do a business till it's productive and then you have an endpoint. But even then, you still need a plan. That's right, people. A business plan. Because it's so easy to get off course. So I'm curious to know, how many of you all actually have a business plan? I know you're glad that I can't see you, that you can see me, but I can't see you, because you don't want to answer that. Most businesses do not have a business plan. And so what that means is you're kind of like bootstrapping it. Even long after your startup period, you're doing whatever comes in front of you. There's no plan. It's kind of like, oh, I want to make money, but you haven't made a plan to get there. You have no idea of what it takes to accomplish it. So you're just going to keep working and keep working. And today it's like, oh, I got this email. Oh, I got this phone call. You are reactive rather than responsive. So part of the reason why I love a good business plan is that, one, it's a great opportunity to sit down and fully understand who you are, what you want to do, why is it important, who wants to get it, and most importantly, who's paying for it? How much does it take to operate? My favorite example, so I'll use it again, is the fact that I make this amazing peach tea and a peach lemonade. Excellent, right? And so that's great. So I have a product. I know how to make it. I even know what it costs to make it. I have not done the research to figure out for extremely large batches, but I've made it for up to 50 people at a time, right? So I know exactly what it costs me to make it. I don't sell it, but I'm just using it as an example. So I have this product, but then maybe I learn an event that, you know what, when I have the peach tea or the peach lemonade, people really love it, because I was once again, here's how we check in. I saw that they were missing like cake toppers. Do you know I can make those? Anybody know that I can do that? You shouldn't, because it's not something that I'm doing. But I see it. I'm like, oh, they could use a cake topper. Or, oh, they really need a website. Oh, I'll make that for them. And so then you make one cake topper, you make one website, and then they tell a friend and they tell a friend. And you're like, oh, well, it's great money. I'll just go ahead and do it. So I'm still over here with my heart in the peach tea lemonade, but I'm making all these websites, or I'm making all these cake toppers because they're bringing in money. And the next thing I know, because I am reactive, because I'm getting all these requests for these ancillary things, I keep doing them, to the point that one day I'm like, wait a minute. Why is 90% of my business websites? Why is 90% of my business cake toppers, when I started off focused on the pure love and joy of my homemade peach tea and peach lemonade? That's what happens, because you start following the dollar rather than following your vision. And do you know why? because you don't have it mapped out anywhere. So for those of you who are just like, nobody wants to write a 20-page business plan. Nobody wants to read it. But here is the thing. Here is a way for you to be able to convey who you are, what you do, how will you make money. I have to pause there because I often don't laugh. It makes me cringe in all honesty. But when I'm talking to new clients and they're saying they're so passionate, you all are so passionate about your product or your service. And so until I ask, okay, well, that sounds great. How does it make money? And if you've ever seen a blank canvas, imagine that as someone's face. I see it quite frequently. The question hasn't been asked to yourself. And so that's something that we know when you're doing your business plan, you're going to ask, how am I going to make money? It's not show me the money. How do I make money? Right? That's just one of the things you can cover in that business plan. Right? And so that's part of the reason why I love it, because you really lay it out. There are 9 categories. And for those of you like 20, I don't want to do 20, I don't want to do 30, I don't want to do 10. How about 1? Okay. There's a business canvas model. It's a 1-pager. It has all the same 9 categories that your business plan does. It's not as in depth. You're not really looking as hard as you should about who your potential competition is. You might not really be digging too deep down into what makes you special or different, or your, what separates you. You might not dig deep, but you will have dug deep enough to at least have answered all the questions about your business. So feel free to do that. If you're not ready to sit down, as I would, and have a whole little weekend retreat and work on that, then do what you can. Take a Saturday and do your 1-pager. But it's really vital. And then beyond that, once you've pat yourself on the back and said, I have a business plan, that's beautiful. When's the last time you looked at it? We live in a world that's changing every day. It's not even just AI. There are things that are changing in distribution. Like supply chain management is the reason that everything you buy has been inflamed. Inflation is beyond what's happening right now. All prices have escalated, and it's all about supply chain. And so if you're the person and you're getting all your stuff from China, well, you know what? At one point, President Trump had set it up so that there was a limitation on the items you could get from China. How does that impact your business? What's your backup plan? That is the reason why you want to have that business plan, that business canvas model in place, because then you can see, how do I pivot? How do I change? Or if you have that cash cow, like I talked about websites or cake toppers, whatever it is for you, if you have a product or service that you can offer that when you put it out, people pick it up. They're buying what you're selling, but it's not your heart. It's not your passion. It's just a way to get from A to Z. Then fine, do the thing that makes you money. But then you go back to your business plan, which is a living, breathing document that you should revisit every quarter. Every 3 months, you should be looking at your business plan. And then in the medians, you can make notations. Okay, temporarily selling this until I make this amount of money, or for this amount of time. And then you live by what you actually documented. It can be just that simple. So I want to see you successful. Start now. If you don't have a business plan, start with a canvas model if you need to, or get out there and make that business plan happen. SCORE has a free template that you can utilize. Yeah, you can hire someone like me, or you can just go do it yourself. Outside of that, the business canvas model, the business plan, and then make sure you're revisiting it every quarter and making changes and updates, because I want you to have exactly what you want to have. And that's why we always say, live better, do better, be better, and happy entrepreneuring. Ta-ta.
Like, share, subscribe, repeat. Like, share, subscribe, repeat. 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 Thanks for tuning in to WorkHARDaholics. Support our show by following on YouTube and all major social media platforms at WorkHARDaholic. Until next week, happy entrepreneuring.